lurking in Tobago. MV Blue Wave Harmony cargo boat arrives in Tobago. Scarborough Secondary School drama, students confront human trafficking, and Charles Pantin, Tobago's first female infrastructure secretary. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi and you're locked into the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday 28th of January 2026. Now to our top story. As the world observes National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, the Counter Trafficking Unit CTU has brought its sensitization drive to Tobago, using the power of the arts to unmask a lucrative criminal industry hidden in plain sight. Reporter Jewel Green George has more from the Shore Park Cultural Complex.
It's a $1 million business built on the exploitation of human lives. In Trinidad and Tobago, the reality of human trafficking is no longer a distant headline. It is a local crisis. At the Shore Park Cultural Complex, what was to be an interactive session for all secondary schools became a targeted session for the students of Scarborough Secondary only. Despite the island-wide low teacher turnout, which brought many other government educational institutions to a grinding halt, several Scarborough Secondary drama students made it to the interactive production designed to break the silence. Deputy Director of the Counter-Trafficking Unit, Dane Marie Marshall, a career police officer who has been at the forefront of this fight since the unit's 2013 inception, says the business of people is far more sustainable for criminals than the drug trade.
It's money that keeps on having. Think about this. A kilo of cocaine is bought and sold for $100,000. That's one transaction. A girl is bought for a price of about 20,000 TT dollars in terms of transport. And a trafficker could make 100,000 on that girl within 2 months, and then 3 months, and then 4 months, and then 5 months. And you have that person for a year and you could make over $1 million on one person.
Statistics underscore the urgency. In 2024, the CTU initiated 114 sex trafficking investigations, a sharp rise from 77 the previous year. While the nation maintained its Tier 2 ranking in the 2025 U.S. State Department TIP report, officials admit that gaps in victim screening and official complicity remain significant hurdles. Marshall, whose maternal roots lie in Delaford, warned that the paradise image of the island is at risk due to an expanding migrant community.
We want to continue to maintain Tobago as the tourism hub of the region and not the sex tourism hub of the region. You don't want that negative stigma to fall prey upon this very beautiful island.
To reach the younger demographic, the CTU partnered with artistic director and performance poet Darren Sandy. His production uses interactive theater to teach students how to identify the 3 pillars of trafficking: force, fraud, and coercion.
Empowered because they realize, wait, this is something I could actually do to make a change and encourage, because the message is coming to them in a voice that they are familiar with. You're twisting the jargon and you're making it youth-friendly. You're making them participate.
With the message See Something, Say Something, the CTU is urging Tobagonians to use the toll-free hotline 800-4CTU.
The message is clear. Human trafficking is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. That is a clear message. There's nothing about that message that should be deterred or altered. We have a problem. We are here in Tobago because we are seeing a problem here in Tobago.
As January comes to a close, the hope is that the seeds of awareness sown here will protect the next generation from becoming another statistic in a $1 million trade. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The MV Blue Wave Harmony, a newly chartered roll-on roll-off passenger and cargo vessel, has arrived in Trinidad and Tobago to bolster the inter-island sea bridge service, replacing the MV Cargo Star following the expiry of its lease earlier this month. The vessel brings increased cargo capacity, accommodating approximately 125 freight units, along with enhanced refrigerated storage and heavy-duty loading ramps. These upgrades are expected to significantly improve the movement of goods and support trade between Port of Spain and Scarborough, particularly during peak travel and commercial periods. In addition to its cargo capabilities, the Blue Wave Harmony offers upgraded passenger amenities aimed at improving comfort on the route. Onboard facilities include 73 passenger cabins equipped with beds and bathrooms, a 142-seat self-service restaurant, passenger lounges, entertainment areas, and improved accessibility features such as a passenger elevator. The vessel completed its journey from Trinidad to Tobago in approximately 7 hours, marking a smooth transit as it prepares to enter regular service on the Seabridge route. It's often said that life imitates art, but for a group of Scarborough Secondary Drama students yesterday, art became a vital shield against a growing dark reality. While a nationwide teacher sick-out left many classrooms empty, the show went on at the Shaw Park Cultural Complex. The goal? Breaking the silence on human trafficking. Jewel Green George joins us with the details.
The seats at Shaw Park were originally reserved for a mass of secondary students from across the island. Instead, due to widespread teacher absences following a salary dispute with the Ministry of Education, it was a smaller, more intimate group from Scarborough Secondary that took the lead. The Traffic in the Capital seminar, hosted by the Counter-Trafficking Unit, utilized the power of performance. National performing poet Darren Sandy used interactive theater to strip away the myths of human trafficking, a crime that the U.S. State Department's 2025 report still ranks as a Tier 2 concern for Trinidad and Tobago. For fourth form student Aliana Davis, the play was a revelation.
Well, previously I knew that human trafficking was a thing, but I never knew that it was as bad as it was until I experienced the play. I personally enjoyed the play. It was very enriching, and it kind of opened your eyes not just to human trafficking, but as a drama student, how life impacts theatre.
The impact wasn't just artistic, it was eye-opening. Recent statistics from the CTU indicate that while many associate trafficking with international borders, internal exploitation remains a significant threat. Student Coyote Shipley admitted he was caught off guard by the local proximity of the danger.
I always knew that human trafficking was a problem. I never knew it was a problem in Tobago. I was so shocked today to find out that was a problem in Tobago. I really was shocked.
The seminar focused heavily on red flags, the subtle signs of coercion that go beyond simple kidnapping. Coyote noted that the how of trafficking is often more psychological than physical.
I didn't know it was as simple as forcing someone to do something that they didn't want to do. I didn't realize that until today during the play. So I am going away with new information on how serious human trafficking is, because I really didn't grasp how deep it was until today.
But knowing the signs is only half the battle. Knowing who to trust is the other. In a world where recruiters often mask themselves as friends or mentors, Aliana says discernment is the ultimate takeaway.
Well, honestly, there are different. Every situation is different. However, I did learn that you have to choose who you are telling, because sometimes you can tell someone who you think you can trust, but they too may be on it. So it's always good to discern who are the people you surround yourselves with, discern who you are going to speak to and who you trust the most.
Despite the empty desks back at school, these students left Shaw Park with a curriculum no textbook could provide, the tools to stay safe in a changing world. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
Up next, Augustine's strategic governance gambit for autonomy.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade. For the Court Tobago. Says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday. Starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week. And pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser. Allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through. Every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612. Or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
It's a different type of thing down there. What? And we party till we drop down there. Right. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Thanks for staying with us. Following the inauguration of the 2026-2030 term, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine has fundamentally re-engineered Tobago's governance, shifting from a passive administrative body to a specialized island government. For details of the strategic shift, here's reporter Jewel Green George.
Centers on two powerhouse portfolios, the Division of Strategic Planning and Development (SPD) and the Division of Legal Affairs. These entities effectively replicate the technical muscle of Trinidad's Ministry of Planning and the Office of the Attorney General. Chief Secretary Augustine explained his rationale.
One of the problems with the THA is an execution problem. Great plans. Sometimes the things that we're executing today, we started planning 20 years ago.
The power players, Assemblymember Trevor James, Secretary of SPD, managing the island's 20-year development pathway. James now controls mega projects like the Friendship Estate. Councillor Dana Joseph Wallace is the Secretary of Legal Affairs. Acting as Tobago's de facto Attorney General, the legal scholar now leads legislative drafting, a move aimed at ending Tobago's reliance on Trinidad for legal framework.
This now eliminates that and creates a central place, quite like what the Solicitor General is to the Attorney General's office in Trinidad, to manage all of our legal outputs.
While critics may point to potential duplication with central ministries, the move aims to bypass traditional bottlenecks by separating everyday maintenance from transformative works. By housing GIS research and civil litigation in-house, the THA can theoretically accelerate the public sector investment program.
Having the Division of Strategic Planning and Development allows for us to focus on those mega infrastructural projects in a very progressive and manageable way.
Success now hinges on whether these new divisions can navigate the complex judicial and economic environment to turn legislative autonomy into tangible island prosperity. This is Jewel Green George reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The lyrics were sharp and the competition even sharper as the National Junior Calypso preliminaries took over Tobago today. The stakes couldn't be higher as students from across the island fought for their place in the next round. Representing Bishop's High School, Kayla Ramsey took to the stage with her powerful rendition of Who Am I?, a piece rich in cultural reflection. She was joined by other heavyweights, including Scarborough Secondary's Nataki Thompson, as the island's schools showcased the depth of their lyrical talent. The tension in the room was palpable, with the results of today's performances set to be revealed later this evening. Only 30 students will move forward to the semi-final round, which kicks off this coming weekend. With spots in the national finals on the line, the competition was fierce. Judges noted a high standard of lyrical content and stage presence this year, signaling a powerful year for Tobago's cultural representation on the national stage. As preliminary judging for large conventional bands in the Panorama season kicked off on Sunday, January 25th, Tobago's top steel orchestras took center stage last evening. Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra, RBC Redemption Song Setters Steel Orchestra, and NLCB Buccaneers Steel Orchestra each delivered spirited performances at their respective panyards, signaling Tobago's strong presence in this year's competition. Aliyah Balgobin has the details.
Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra opened the evening's performances, setting a high standard with an energetic and well-executed rendition of Too Young to Soca, a hit made popular by Marshall Montano 40 years ago. Their performance was met with loud applause from a large crowd as pan enthusiasts moved from yard to yard to show support for Tobago's large conventional bands. RBC Redemption Songsetters Steel Orchestra took the stage next, delivering a spirited performance of Oil in Your Coil, originally sung by Scrunter 14 years ago. The band's execution and musical impression kept supporters engaged, further adding to the lively atmosphere surrounding the preliminaries. NLCB Buccaneers Steel Orchestra brought the night to a strong close with Carnival Birthday, a recent release by Marshall Montano just 2 weeks ago. The choice of a contemporary piece added excitement and freshness to their presentation, drawing enthusiastic responses from the audience. performances were shaped by the musical direction of arrangers Sion Gomez, Kirsch Ramsey, and Michael Toby, whose vision and leadership guided weeks of intense preparation. Band members drilled tirelessly in the lead up to the event, all working towards this crucial moment in the Panorama season. As the preliminary judging continues in Trinidad, anticipation is high as the results are expected later this week, when it will be revealed which bands will advance to the semi-finals. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We will be right back.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
Welcome back. When a local contractor gets the work, the entire community feels the benefit. From the hardware store down the street to the families supported by every paycheck, the construction industry is the engine of our local economy. The General Contractors Association is making a case for keeping that engine running right here at home, ensuring Tobago's growth is built by Tobago's own hands. More in this report from Martina Renales Salazar.
The General Contractors Association of Tobago is reinforcing its stance on political neutrality, asserting that its advocacy for the island's construction sector remains unchanged by the outcome of any THE election. General Contractors Association of Tobago GCAT Secretary Gemlyn Frank emphasized that the association's core mandate is to ensure that Tobago's resources and budgetary allocations are utilized effectively within the island. Frank urged that regardless of which administration is in office, the priority must be Tobago first, ensuring that the capital circulates locally to multiply benefits for Tobagoans.
Our advocacy, our requests, our requirements, our interactions will remain the same regardless of which party forms the Tobago House of Assembly. All we are saying, and we will say to whoever is in office, that the benefits of Tobago, the resources of Tobago, the allocations that come to Tobago must, in large part, remain here to circulate and multiply for the benefit of Tobagonians.
Frank is advocating for a strategic change in how projects are managed, suggesting that the THA break down large multi-million-dollar mega contracts into smaller, manageable packages. This approach, she argues, would allow Tobagonians' smaller contractors to compete and participate in the island's development, ensuring that the wealth generated from public works stays within the local economy.
A specific policy and procurement position that we plan to raise at that first meeting with the THA representative or representatives is that the THA adopts a policy that looks inward before looking outward. Meaning, when works are being planned and rolled out, that the Assembly looks at the Tobago contractors, the Tobago professionals first to see whether the works can be done by us. One avenue is the use of work packages instead of the many mega contracts.
It is an argument for economic resilience, keeping Tobago's capital within Tobago's coastline. As the construction sector faces the dual pressures of rising material costs and a shifting criminal landscape, the push for local empowerment has never been more urgent. For the contractors of the General Association, the blueprint for success is clear. It starts with a policy that prioritizes the people who built this island one brick at a time. Martina Renales Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Following January 26th oath of office, a critical transition took place at the Division of Community Development and Social Protection. Outgoing Assembly member Wayne Clark has officially handed over control to the new team led by Secretary Ian Pollard and Assistant Secretary Councillor Akel Franklin. Here's Joel Green-George with more.
This division consolidates portfolios for the 2026-2030 term that are typically split between multiple ministries in Trinidad. From day one, Secretary Pollard, veteran in the space, and Assistant Secretary Councillor Franklin hit the ground running, engaging with staff at the Social Protection Department to assess current delivery models.
I needed someone who was not new in ComDev. I needed someone who understands the THA in ComDev. I need someone who could potentially work quickly in ComDev.
Their mandate is expansive, covering everything from social welfare and disability affairs to the Ecclesiastes desk and the Electoral District Development Fund.
I hate the fact that we have centers that are underutilized, that we have facilities that are left to go to waste in ruin. And so I need a strong secretary there.
As the division takes charge of community education and social impact reviews, the focus shifts to strategic reset aimed at delivering more efficient direct support to Tobago's most vulnerable citizens.
Community development is now with social protection. They now go hand in hand. So it means that as we build communities, we are looking for those who are vulnerable and taking care of them. You're talking about our children homes being run that are run by the THA. You're talking about halfway homes for women affected by domestic violence. That's a huge division.
For now, their next goal is the interdepartment competitions, which kick off this coming Friday, January 30th, with a street parade. I'm Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The traffic in the Capital Counter Trafficking Sensitization Session at Shaw Park took on a different tone yesterday as a silent teacher protest left many classrooms empty across Tobago. The session, hosted by the Counter Trafficking Unit under the Ministry of Homeland Security, was designed to educate Tobago secondary school students on the dangers of human trafficking. However, with administrative and teaching staff withdrawing their services one day after the Cabinet's announcement of revised employment terms, many schools rescinded their attendance confirmation. Education, Skills and Innovation Secretary Orlando Kerr, who was appointed on Monday, attended the session. Speaking with Tobago Updates this morning, Kerr acknowledged the nationwide issue and confirmed he is currently awaiting data on local teacher turnout. Secretary Kerr noted he received notification of the event the morning of his first day at work and expressed interest in a return visit from the CTU to reach more students. For now, the division remains focused on navigating the ongoing industrial action while ensuring students' safety remains the priority. Lessons from past governance underscore the importance of respect in relations with Tobago. Officials say the message has been clearly received, signaling a shift from previous approaches. They warn that repeating old methods would be unwise, emphasizing that fostering mutual respect and cooperation is now central to effective governance. Aliyah Balgobin has the details.
Member of Parliament for Tobago East, David Thomas, emphasized that respect is now taking priority in relations with Tobago. In the past, issues with disrespect strained interactions, but there is a growing willingness, whether voluntary or compelled, to foster better cooperation and understanding. Observers note this shift could pave the way for stronger and more productive engagement.
We are arriving at that place where respect is now first and foremost on the agenda. I think in the times past, we saw many issues or many areas of disrespect. And once you have disrespect, we would not have good relations. I think we have seen a willingness now, whether it was by force or otherwise, we have seen a willingness now to allow Tobago to flourish, right? Tobago has spoken 3 consecutive elections.
Thomas reflected on lessons from the past, noting that the approach of the former regime highlighted the importance of respect in governance. They say the message has been received and understood, cautioning that repeating old methods would be unwise. Building a respectful and cooperative relationship with Tobago remains a central priority.
I think there were many lessons to be learned when you looked at the relationship with the former regime and the relationship now. You can safely say that the message was carried and the message was understood. And therefore, it would be foolhardy for you to continue the same approach and expect that you would have better results. The whole idea of governance, the whole idea of respect for Tobago, the whole idea of giving Tobago the opportunity that it truly deserves is what we should be concentrating on.
Moving forward, he stressed that respect and collaboration must guide all interactions with Tobago. The focus is on learning from the past mistakes, ensuring the governance is inclusive and constructive. By prioritizing understanding and cooperation, both sides can build stronger relations, paving the way for sustainable progress and mutual benefits. This is Aliyah Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
More news and the weather report when we return.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The Vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade. Quote-unquote Tobago. Said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your Kool-Aids every Friday and Saturday. Starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week. And pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser. Allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through. Every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612. Or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Thanks for staying with us. Breaking history in the Tobago House of Assembly. For the first time ever, a woman is at the helm of the Division of Public Infrastructure and Transport. Secretary Natisha Charles Panton, fresh from her success in the Division of Food Security, is now tasked with fixing the island's roads, drainage, and the perennial troubled public transport system. We have this report from Jewel Green George.
It was a morning of new beginnings at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort on Monday. As the ink dried on the instruments of appointment, all eyes were on Assembly member Natisha Charles Pantin. Formerly the Secretary for Food Security, she now takes over the heavyweight portfolio of Public Infrastructure and Transport, a division previously led by Assembly member Trevor James.
Well, I'm excited about it. It's always good to encourage young women, to aspire to great things.
She isn't just taking over a desk. She's taking on a massive mandate that parallels the Ministry of Works and Transport in Trinidad, headed by MP Julian John. However, while Trinidad manages a road network of over 6,000 kilometers, Secretary Pantin must navigate the unique, rugged topography of Tobago, where drainage and retaining walls are often the difference between a commute and a catastrophe. Addressing the elephant in the room, public transport, Charles Pantin is already signaling a collaborative approach to the Public Transport Service Corporation.
Well, the first thing we will start with is a discussion with all the stakeholders. So don't worry, we'll have a lot of exciting plans. As everybody knows, Mrs. Pantin always on the ground, so that's what we intend to do.
Critics may question her move from agriculture to engineering, but the Secretary is quick to point out that management isn't industry specific.
Management is management. As a matter of fact, I'm trained to manage public health, for example, but I managed at the Division of Agriculture. Yeah, and that came about with the experience that I would have had. Also, agriculture, we would have executed a lot of projects. And once you have experience in executing projects, you can take that anywhere.
With the 2026 fiscal year underway, Pantin's first order of business, tackling $2 billion infrastructure gap. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
Every day we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. Today is a significant day for Tobago as the newly appointed secretaries of the Tobago House of Assembly were sworn in. This follows the historic January 12th election where the Tobago People's Party, led by Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, won all 15 seats. For a social media poll today, we asked, following yesterday's immediate school dismissal and reported union action, how do you believe students will be most affected? 27% voted instructional loss, teaching and learning will be cut short. 0% voted mentally impacted, the lack of routine and sudden change will cause unnecessary stress. 54% voted minimal impact, students are resilient and will not be significantly affected. And 18% voted they will not be affected in any way. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. Now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service has advised that generally fair and cool conditions are expected tonight across Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles. Partly cloudy spells with isolated showers are likely and are expected to increase gradually through the night. Tomorrow will feature sunny to partly cloudy conditions, interrupted at times by a few showers, with a low risk of an isolated heavy shower, particularly during the afternoon. Some showers may linger into the night. Overnight temperatures are forecast to fall to around 23 degrees Celsius at Piarco and to 24 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Daytime temperatures are expected to rise to near 31 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 29 degrees Celsius at Crown Point, with heat index values reaching up to 36 degrees Celsius, resulting in hot conditions during the afternoon. Marine conditions will remain moderate, with open seas between 1.5 to 2 meters, while sheltered areas remain below 1 meter, becoming occasionally choppy. Mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise is expected at 6:29 with sunset at 6:08. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a good night, but before we go, let's recap the headlines. million human trafficking trade lurking in Tobago. MV Blue Wave Harmony cargo boat arrives in Tobago, and the Scarborough Secondary School drama, students confronting human trafficking. Charles Panton, Tobago's first female infrastructure secretary.